Storm Florence now moving off towards Norway, but we still are going to have a blustery day, particularly so in the northern half of the country, with scattered showers, drier and brighter further south. It is indeed, John. Yes, good morning, everyone. It's calmer, but it's still going to be a blustery day ahead. Still quite strong winds across the northern half of the country with some scattered showers. As you come further south, the winds will be lighter, and here we are looking at some drier conditions with some sunshine. Now, this deep area of low pressure is Storm Florence, continuing to pull away to Scandinavia, but you can see from the proximity of the isobars, they are still quite tightly packed, that it still is going to be a blustery day. Now, some of these showers across Scotland, Northern England and Northern Ireland will be heavy. Potentially, you could hear the odd rumble of thunder. Come further south, fewer showers, drier with some lengthy sunny spells. But these black circles represent the strength of the gusts of wind. So still windy across the northern half of the country, less so further south. If you're in the sunshine, temperatures up to 22 Celsius won't feel too bad. And now that we've lost the strong winds, the gales from yesterday, it will feel a little bit milder as we push further north. Through this evening and overnight, many of the showers will fade. We've got a weak weather front coming in across the north of Scotland, introducing some cloud and some patchy rain, clear skies, and it's going to be a fresher night for many. These are our overnight lows. So we've got widely 11 to 13 degrees, a bit lower than this in rural areas. Tomorrow we start off with our weather front across the north, continuing to push northwards across the Northern Isles. There'll be a lot of dry weather, quite a bit of sunshine, but an approaching weather front in the west will introduce some thicker cloud and eventually some patchy rain. But tomorrow, 16 to 23, once again, if you're in the sunshine further east, that will feel quite pleasant. John and Lexmi.
Carol Day, apparently.
It's a good term there, and it describes it beautifully, Lakshmi. It is a bit calmer today, but having said that, it still is going to be a windy day, blustery winds. This is what we saw yesterday. A gust of 82 miles an hour in Wick. In South Uist, 80 miles an hour. In Edinburgh, 60 miles an hour. Unseasonably windy yesterday for the time of year. Now, today, as I mentioned, blustery winds will be the order of the day. There'll be some sunny spells. There will also be a few showers knocking around as well. This is Storm Florence pushing into Norway today, bringing some heavy rain and severe gales in Norway. But across our shores, look at the isobars. That tells you it still is going to be blustery. And we'll see a lot of showers coming in on that northwesterly flow across Scotland, into Northern Ireland and Northern England, possibly even as far south as the Midlands. Some of those will be heavy, potentially thundery. There'll be some sunshine in between, but the driest weather will be in the south of England and also South Wales. Now, these black circles represent the strength of the wind gusts. So as you can see, it's the northern half of the country that is still going to be fairly windy today. But if you're in the sunshine and out of the wind, it will feel quite pleasant, highs up to 21 or 22 degrees. Through this evening, a lot of the showers will fade. We'll have some clear skies, but another weather front coming in across the north of Scotland will introduce thicker cloud and also some patchy rain. And under those clear skies, it's going to be a fresher night. It will feel cooler to start the day tomorrow. In towns and cities, temperatures 10 to about 13 degrees, but in rural areas, we're looking at high single figures. Now, into Wednesday, we've got this ridge of high pressure across us. You can see from the isobars, still quite blustery in the north. And then we've got this clutch of weather fronts waiting in the wings. So tomorrow we start with our weather front continuing to push across the Northern Isles. There'll be a lot of dry weather to start with, a fair bit of sunshine, that cool start I mentioned. But as that clutch of weather fronts approach from the Atlantic, you'll notice in the west the cloud will start to build and we'll see some patchy rain by the end of the afternoon across Northern Ireland and the Outer Hebrides. Temperatures tomorrow, 16 to about 23 degrees. Now, that clutch of fronts is going to continue to bring a band of showery rain across England and Wales through the course of the day. Some of that could be heavy. Not a lot getting into the far southeast. Behind it, it brightens up with some sunshine. But for northwest Scotland, we're looking at some heavy showers. And also, once again, it's going to be windy, as it's going to be here on Friday as well, unseasonably so, but not as strong winds as Storm Florence brought. John and Lexmi.
Phew, thank goodness for that. Good weather for ducks though, Carol, yeah?
If they can fly, which of course they can.
Some can't, just yet. Let us explain.